Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. Hey, we got actual news right now. Before I delve into the news, there's a link on the bottom of the screen. It's for the Call of Cthulhu bundle over at Humble Bundle, Tavern.games slash COC. It's a great bundle. It's a great deal. If you like Call of Cthulhu, if you're just interested in checking out the system for $5, you get the starter set and some more material. It is well worth it. I think 25 for the whole shebang. Great game. Love it for convention play. I don't know for me, how it would work as a long term campaign, but as a diversion, oh man, it's awesome. So, folks, what do we have? We have news coming from Troll Lord Games. It was announced earlier today. Now, I heard some rumors. I had heard nothing concrete, so I had nothing to talk about until today. The father of a hobby and industry. So Gary Gygax, and by the way, this is the weekend. This past weekend is the weekend where 50th anniversary, I believe, of the release of the wood grained box set, the first print of D&D. Though Gary Gygax was not alone in creating role playing games, others like Dave Arneson certainly played a part. It is to Gary's drive, creativity, expertise, and sheer love of gaming that launched it from a basement hobby for a passionate few into an industry that spans multiple media platforms. What you need to know right now. Currently, we are set to launch the Gygaxian Fantasy World Kickstarter campaign this March. This is again Troll Lord Games. I'll include a link in the show notes. I'll probably put a pinned comment at the end. The Kickstarter campaign for Gary Gygax the Hermit ended in December of 2023. Support for which broke six digits. Pretty impressive. Fear not if you missed the Kickstarter. You can pre-order the Hermit on our website and receive yours when it becomes available this spring. Furthermore, we still have copies of the classic printing of Gary Gygax's Castle Zagyg, Gigsburg. The classic reprint relaunched the Gygax Estates properties, and a host of folks came out to order it. I ordered mine. I already have the original. To ordered it, supported Troller Games and the estate, and helped launch this whole new endeavor. Hearty thanks to all those people, but if you missed it, you can buy yours at our store. It ships immediately. Troll Lord Games served as Gary's primary publisher from 2000 to 2008. After he crossed over, much of Gary's material vanished from the gaming table. Now we hope to launch a new era of publishing, bringing back the many rich worlds of Gary Gygax. So I'm going to interrupt at this point, give you a little history. When Gary passed, Gail took control over the estate. She had the revocable, was the Gary Gygax Revocable Trust, or E. Gary Gygax Revocable Trust, and she was in charge of the trust. And would she pass, her sister would then be in charge of the trust. And the trust controlled the IP and Gary's collection. And she, closed off all the licensing that Gary had with Troll Lord Games. So that's it. That's over. Done. Sell what you got and destroy what you don't sell. Now, fast forward a number of years. Gary's products have the IP is off the market, right? Nobody's publishing current stuff with Gary's work. But Tom DeSanto, producer or the producers of the Transformers franchise, was looking to potentially license Gary's IP, Gary's works from Gale, and turn it into, most likely, from what I understand, an on-demand series on Netflix or Amazon Prime. But he needed a face man to deal with the other talking heads out in Hollywood. He wanted Luke on board with that, and my understanding is Gale said no effing way. But during this, Tom, before investing his money in this project, decided to make sure that Gale had complete control, that there was no dispute. And when that was done, it was learned, this is my understanding, that there was an unfiled will. Now, Gail was working off of no will. There was an unfiled will that never went to probate. As such, it meant that Gail's control over the IP was not necessarily set in stone. And then, how do you start a project if you don't know who actually controls the IP? So, the project that was talked about never happened. Maybe now we could see it happen. So, fast forward, the will gets actually filed in the Wisconsin court, it goes to probate. And during this process, there has been a trustee set by the court to basically run the estate. I'm not sure where that last part is right now, but it believes that what happened is the trustee allowed the licensing of Jurgsburg, and so basically that book being reprinted proved that there's value in Gary's IP. And the trustee's responsibility is to get the most value out of Gary's IP to pay outstanding legal bills that the estate has built up, but also to make sure the family themselves have an inheritance from Gary. And that probably includes Gail. I don't know. So, in any case, we'll continue. The Gygaxian Worlds is an encyclopedic series envisioned by the co-creator of D&D, Gary Gygax. He conceived the series as an open-ended collection of role-playing gaming aids for the game master and the player, the specific focus of which was world building. Written, co-written, or edited by Gygax himself, its intent was to cover all the bases of our gaming world. The first of these books, The Canton Crew, was published in 2001. 6 more volumes followed, and more were planned prior to his passing in 2008. Now, for the first time since they were pulled from the market in 2008, this collection of Gygaxian knowledge returns to the gaming world. Through this Kickstarter, we hope to bring back all 7 volumes and possibly more. Join us in recreating parts of our gaming heritage and flood your own table with mountains of gaming content. For a complete list, we got stuff below. I'll read that to you later. Castles and Crusades was the system that Troll Lords used, and therefore Gary did not want it to appear under the D&D name or game system, and therefore you had Castles and Crusades, and that's what it was written for. It's a pretty good fit. Castle Zagyig. So this is what we got to look forward to. Now, Mike Stewart, known for his victorious RPG and many adventures like Shadows of the Halfling Hall, has come on board as the head writer. That is huge, huge. But he won't be alone. Luke Gygax joins him, as does James Ward, Jason Vey, Jeremy Farkas, and David Chenault. Peter Bradley and Bill Edmonds on cartography. This will include the city of Jurgsburg, Jurgsburg's environs, 24 neighborhoods of the city, the East Mark setting, that's what I'm really looking forward to, the Manse and the Mouth of Madness, and the Dungeon 17 levels. Now, my understanding is that some of this work much of this work, it has been in various states of completion for obviously like a decade and a half. Some more done than others. I don't know what the rights are to stuff that was co-written with Gary and Jeff Talanian. But I'm sure Gary's original notes on this stuff is certainly fair game. No inside information on that other than what we just saw here. We've not yet settled on an organizational format, but have settled on hardcover books with pockets in the back to hold many maps that would come with this set. We are going to try to stay as true to Gary's vision of his work as we possibly can. Steve and David Chenault and Peter Bradley all worked closely with Gary for almost 8 years and have a pretty good handle on what he wanted. On top of this, we will be consulting with family members such as Ernie and Luke and longtime friends like James M. Ward and Jeffrey Talanian. Good. Nice to see that. To make these works as close to Gary's vision as we can. New art, new maps, layout, and all, but Gary through and through. folks. I didn't do more than skim this before going live with it. There's other stuff going on today. It's been a busy day, but I wanted to make sure we got this out to you. Hall of Many Planes and other games. There's so much more to work on. Gary's creative output was unmatched, and even in the waning years, it continued to grow. We are very happy to have launched the Hermit Kickstarter, okay, and move forward and move toward bringing that fabled adventure to your table. But there is more. The Hall of Many Pains is on the deck. This massive planar adventure, planular, I'm not even sure that would work out. Yeah. Written by Gary, originally published in 2005 as a monument to the bizarre and genius that was Gary's gift to us all. We'll bring this up to date and republish in full color. One of the projects near and dear to his heart was the Kings of England, Kings of France board game. We're going to dust off the old maps and playing pieces and bring this one back into the fold. Folks, here's the screenshot of everything that's coming up. Gygaxian Worlds. I'm not going to read them all. Go to the website and read it. Castle Zagyg, which is going to be in 6 volumes. Castle Zagyg Environs. This is going to be huge. Obviously, other material. So, folks, I'm not going to read the history here. I'm going to link to the Troll Lord website. Go read it. Support them. This is the legacy that Gary left that we're finally seeing a decade and a half later, through no fault of Gary's. I'm glad it's going to finally see the light of day. All right, folks. On that note, there's a link at the bottom of the screen. Again, Call of Cthulhu Bundle. 10 Cards Tavern.game/COC. Some of the monies that you spend, if you back that, not back that, but if you buy that, if you get the bundle, goes to support the tavern. We don't do sponsorships. I know you have paid ads from YouTube, but we don't do sponsorships. We don't do ads. We are the only people that we are responsible to is you, our audience. So, on that note, like, subscribe, comment, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. But holy crap, 2 today. If you didn't see the other one, go back and watch it. Laters.